Unafraid Show, Right or Wrong. Can you be quiet? There is a green light that comes on right here. Jeez Louise. Unafraid Show, Right or Wrong. George Reister here, the expert. We got the wife back on.
The expert.
At Denisha Danielle, if you want to find her on Twitter, Facebook, or anywhere else. You guys just saw the problem that I deal with sometimes. Sometimes you just got, I mean, it's the, shh. Like, babe, just wait. Just wait.
No,
please. I'm clicking the button.
Hurry up. I've been waiting on you to get this going.
So first of all, thank you guys for joining us. We got a bunch of great things on track for you guys today. Very, very entertaining show. But we first want to thank you guys for everybody who weighed in on Toothbrush Gate. We want to thank everybody who weighed in on Toothbrush Gate, who weighed in on the right side of things. Because
check out these teeth.
We were in Napa, and she used my toothbrush, and if you missed it, here it is. Okay, real question for you guys. If you go out of town and your significant other forgets their toothbrush, is it out of bounds, gross, or nasty for them to then turn around and ask? Okay.
Babe, this is like a real show. Look at you.
Of course, this is, yeah, so that was Toothbrush Gate. And she had no business using the toothbrush. And
but
thank you for everybody.
most people agree with me because
no, they
if you
didn't.
married to somebody, first of all, there's nothing that's yours. Nothing.
Yes, it is.
Except maybe your
there has to be some,
no,
like there has to be some sacred.
Your toothbrush, not yours. And I'm not gonna walk around with dirty breath, nasty smelling breath all day long. If I need your toothbrush every now and then, I'm gonna use it.
No, just call.
Just like I have before.
Just no, you not like that. No, no mas, buddy, no mas.
Anyway.
And send all your emails, comments, questions, anything to unafraidshow@gmail.com, at Denisha Danielle, at George Reister. So when we were in Napa, so we just came back from. Didn't I just tell you to turn the volume down? Jeez. So we were in Napa last week.
Hey, hold up. Go ahead.
We went wine tasting for her birthday. And so we went wine tasting. Great trip, all of this stuff.
Fantastic. Husbands, do this for your wives. If she likes wine, best thing you could possibly do. Extremely romantic, amazing day, beautiful scenery. I highly recommend it.
Aside from the toothbrush thing, we had another scandal. So I followed the Breakfast Club on Twitter. I followed the Breakfast Club. They're a morning show out of New York. One of the guys who's known on the show is a guy named Charlemagne the Guy. He's written a book, been on MTV, whole bunch of shows, all this stuff. And there had been some rumors about Charlemagne the Guy being gay before. And so,
you trying to push this off on him?
No. So what happened is I'm flipping through my Instagram. I'm flipping through Instagram stories on my phone. And you know they put up voting now. You can vote yes, no, all this kind of stuff. And I saw a picture. So if anybody knows Safari, who used to be with Nicki Minaj, he got with he ended up, a picture of him or a video of him ended up coming out. And his penis was out. He was naked and all this stuff.
And his penis is like enormous.
Enormous.
This is what has been like the story.
And so the question was, there's something on there. They were like, yo, so has this story been overblown and all this stuff? And I'm flipping through the Instagram stories. And what I do is a complete, utter mistake. I'm trying to show her the picture and be like, yo, why did he post this? And what comes out of this is this. I'm sorry. Close your eyes if you
put this in here?
Yes. So this is the picture that I accidentally voted on. It said, is his pic overhyped? And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, did I just vote on this? And I voted trying to pause it.
Did you vote yes?
I don't know whether I voted yes or no. I'm sitting there. I'm just traumatized the fact that I freaking voted on this. And I'm like, I have no business talking about this.
You had no business looking at that photo. That's what
it was on the Breakfast Club Instagram. I was trying to show you and I stopped and oh my God. So anyways, so that's what happened.
Overhyped? I mean, were you like impressed or?
Man, listen, I got nothing to say about Charlemagne's man meat, dude.
It's not Charlemagne's. It's
I'm sorry about Safari's what's her name? Jocelyn would say his beefcake. I got nothing to say about his beefcake. So anyways, the first thing that we got up for today on a more serious note, you guys please make sure you swipe up, share the feed, with a friend. Continue the conversation. This is the Unafraid Show. The wife versus the expert with at Denisha Danielle, who just so happens to be my wife. First thing is, so
I don't understand how.
Turn down the volume on the side, Denisha.
Okay. Sorry, I'm
Jeez, this is a real show right here. Like
okay.
So, anyways, she showed me this picture from the Blended and Black website. It's a Facebook group for blended families, all this stuff. And Denisha showed me this. Woman proposing to a man. Denisha, is this fair or is this foul?
That's interesting because we didn't discuss it. But to me, I mean, it's definitely fair. It's definitely fair. I personally would probably not do it, but I admire her like moxie to do it. I just think it kind of like, to me,
I couldn't be more surprised.
You gotta keep your husband on his toes, and if you propose to him, then he's like, oh man, remember when you proposed to me? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you wanted this. Like, you can't give a man that much.
I can't believe.
But I do admire that she had the guts to do it.
I'm so perplexed the fact that you stand on this side of this.
What?
I'm completely out on this. Listen, as a man, you can't have no woman proposing to you. That like takes all your manhood, all your dignity.
Why does it take your dignity?
Because, man, like she's proposing to you like she's doing the dude thing. Like that's emasculating as it gets.
Why though?
What do you mean? Because you are supposed to be proposing to the woman. There's supposed to be some sort of chase and chivalrous.
He didn't get his, he didn't get it moving along, and she was like, "Hey, man, like."
No. And the other thing is, if a man don't propose to you, guess what? Unfortunately, that don't mean he don't want to marry you, but that kind of means that you should.
It kind of does.
Yeah, it does.
But maybe because I did see some of the comments on Blended and Black, and one of the women did propose to her man, and she was like, "It's worked out beautifully. This is just kind of how our dynamic is." So, isn't there some validity to? This is their dynamic, and this is what works for them. So what business do we have commenting on that?
Listen, it's different strokes for different folks, but like, come on, like, let's really be real about this situation. If your wife is if a woman is proposing to you, you might as well take her last name. You literally might as well take her
Which you should have taken my last name.
Get the hell out of here. Listen.
What's that mean? I don't know why it's got to be all that. I don't appreciate you cussing at me either.
Denisha.
What?
Okay, you can call me old school. You can call me whatever the hell else that you want to call me. Oh my God, the damn thing is wrong.
What thing is wrong?
Look at.
You have the wrong title?
Yeah, I don't know why the title came out wrong. Anyways, this is supposed to be.
We gotta get it together. What's that mean? I don't know why it's gotta be. That's not me. That is not me. That is not me. Don't even try it.
So anyways, a man is supposed to like be the leader of the household. He's supposed to set the tone. You can call me old school, you can call me whatever the hell you want to call me, but there is no reason why a woman should be proposing to a man. Like, that is completely wrong. Like, you might as well take her last name.
I don't think it's completely wrong. I just think if you do it, it kind of shifts things off balance. You know what I mean? That's the only thing where if a man, you guys have it in your nature to pursue, and if you're being pursued, generally speaking, it turns off a lot of men.
Listen, so. I'm a man who I have daughters. I believe in women's empowerment. I believe women can do anything out in the world that they want to do. However, I do believe at the same time that we have different roles, right? Mm-hmm. I believe that men have things that men should be doing. Women have things that they're better at.
I'm curious, what should women be doing?
So that there are things that are level playing fields, and there are things that are not.
Okay.
Like that, like when it comes to physicality and all of this stuff, like if it comes to like lifting weights, if it comes to all this stuff, like this, like these are things that there's a disparity between men and women in. Okay. You would agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, but when it comes to ideas, thinking, all of this stuff, the playing field's level.
Okay. So what is it that are women things and what is it that are man things?
Women are naturally more nurturing than men. I mean, as a general
But what
rule.
does this have to do with the roles? Like, what should women do versus what men should do? Because what you've mentioned, none of those things have anything to do with who proposes to who.
Well, I'm just telling you, you screw everything up when you start letting a woman propose to you. I'm telling you, it just screws everything up.
Maybe he feels like he's the man, like she proposed to me.
But then, okay, but then they're in front of the kids. So what does this say to the kids? Like, oh, mommy proposed to a daddy. Like, what does this say to these two boys?
Why does that say something bad to the kids? Is what I'm curious.
Because as a man, you're supposed to lead. You're supposed to go out and be all these things for your family. And if you sit up and let your wife do it, and then these little boys are going to be doing.
Well, first of all, they obviously weren't married. They obviously weren't married because she had to propose to him in front of the kids.
Hold on, but they're going to have some sort of expectation as a man that a woman needs to be chasing them and impressing them and all of this, as opposed to the other way around.
I can feel that.
It's completely wrong.
I wonder what everybody else thinks.
You guys send in your comments. Unafraid Show, right or wrong, at Denisha Danielle, George Reister here. The next thing up is kid lunches. So there's these moms.
Wait, why am I completely covered?
So I got another one. Relax. So I'm showing you the picture. She sent me the picture of this mom who was upset at the bio mom. The biological mom was upset.
Actually, the bio mom is married to a woman.
You tell the story.
What?
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, I didn't tell you that part. So she's married to a woman. They have a blended family situation, and the bio mom and her wife were taking care of the children for like the first couple of years. The bio dad gets remarried, comes back into the kid's life. Now they have 50-50 custody, and the bio mom is upset because the stepmom is sending these notes into the lunchbox. And it basically says, it's signed dad and mom. And she's mad that the stepmom is kind of calling herself mom. And she says the kids are not down with it. Okay. That's it in a nutshell. Okay,
so first of all, is like, yes, kids have some sort of say-so in this, and that their feelings matter. But at the same time, a lot of this has to be coming from, as the kids feel, quote unquote feel, has to be coming from the bio mom. And as a person who's been in a situation where there's been another person come in, so we have a big blended family, and so my daughter's mom, she has somebody else in her life. She's married now and all of that. And I had to give up the expectation of a different past and just
she's married to a woman.
Yeah. Yeah. So I had to give up the expectation of a different past. Like or that the situation was going to look different, and I had to just be happy that she loves that her wife loves my daughter.
Right.
Because I can't control what she does with her body. I can't control what she does with her life. So I just have to be happy that she's got somebody in her life that loves my daughter and takes good care of my daughter. So at the point in time, so we're fighting over notes. Like, you're fighting over a love note to the kid that's trying to make the kid feel loved.
Right.
But now you're upset about it because somebody's loving your kid. Like, don't you want that other person to love your kid?
Well, I think the part she's upset about is that she's saying mom. And this is the thing about being a stepmom. Honestly, people say that being a mom is like the hardest job in the world. No, it's not. Being a stepmom is the hardest job in the world, because I really feel like all of the time, no matter what, you're either doing too much or not doing enough. So the fact that the stepmom is taking the time to write these notes is sweet. It's kind. It's loving to the kids. And I think that this, the mom said that, the mom's wife said that she does that. So she was mad that the other mom was replicating it as well. But it's like I would send that. If I had any child in my care and I wrote notes to my kids, I would write notes to all of the kids.
So, but the question, so you said the other mom did it too.
The mom's wife is not called mom. She's called by her name. So she kind of feels like the stepmom should be called by her name as well. And what my response is, just so you know, I responded to this comment on Blended and Black. I was like, I remember when the kids were really little, because when we got together, the kids were 6, 2, and 1. All of the kids at one point or another would call me mom. And I knew that it would be sensitive territory. So I'd be like, well, I'm not mom, but I'm like bonus mom. So I felt like because we already had kind of like a shaky situation when we first started with the moms, that doing that would have been like kaboom. It would have made things 10 times worse. Yeah. But one thing that you did with Devin is, remember when you would introduce Devin as your daughter? Yeah. And she'd be like, yeah, I'm your stepdaughter. You know, remember when she would do that? I feel like you were like, I don't care what you're talking about. You're my daughter. Yeah. And then she was like, now she's like, she's used to it. She's like, no matter what, he calls me his daughter. I know that for a fact. But I think on
because I don't treat her differently than any of the other kids.
Neither do I. But I feel like when you have a different name, you almost are like the babysitter a little bit. You know what I mean? Like when I'm out with the kids and I got all the kids and they're like, Denisha, I'm like their auntie or something, not their stepmom. It doesn't bother me, but at the same time, it's not the same as, if somebody called mom. And I think it's a nice thing that children and stepmoms can have that kind of relationship. But I also understand, as a biological mom who has never had a stepmom, her dad died when she was very young, that it could possibly trigger me. So I had respect for that as a woman,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I can see how you feel like that, but remember, like there are some things that are quote unquote touchy subjects, like mom doing like stepmom changing kids' hair and all of this stuff.
Oh yeah, hair is a thing. You gotta watch. Like this is the thing. Like stepdads do anything, they're like, oh my gosh, she's such a great stepdad.
No, that's not true.
But stepmoms do it, and it's like, oh, she over there loving the kids. Why she loving the kids?
Oh, hold up. That is not true. Take Russell Wilson for an example. Russell
Wilson over and beyond gets accolades. He gets problems from other men. That's who he gets problems from.
No, he gets problems from moms too.
No, he doesn't.
Talk about he doing too much. That's future baby. Blah blah blah. The kid lived with him. What else? The kid lives with him. What else is he supposed to do? Take only pictures with the new kid and put him up? Man, get out of here. Absolutely insane. The next thing up, something we're both super super excited about.
What did you get?
The royal wedding. So, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
George is obsessed with Meghan Markle.
Listen, I had a little crush on her on Suits. They're getting married May 19th, and I couldn't be more excited. But listen, these are people that don't want her. They don't want a black woman in the royal family. Listen, hey, it happens. We don't have to talk about it. I just wanted to bring it up because I'm super excited about it.
Because he's in love with Meghan Markle, but that's cool.
She's dope. The next thing up is question. Another thing she sent me today was question. What is the best way for a stepfather to deal with disrespectful children and a woman that doesn't want to be told anything about how to raise her children?
Yeah, well, you can answer the stepfather one.
You with the wrong chick, first of all, or y'all need to go to counseling because.
Oh wait, I get it. So it's like if you're a stepfather and the kids are disrespectful to you, and the woman's not doing anything about that,
or she just doesn't want to have any input on.
Oh, okay, I got it. I thought it was two separate questions, but I got you.
If you're with somebody, they're gonna have some thoughts, some opinions, and all of this stuff. You don't have to take them all, but if you really want this person to be a part of your life, number one, you can't let your kids be disrespectful to them.
Right.
Like there has to be a level of respect. Like they don't have to call them dad. They don't have to think that they are some special magical authority figure. But there has to be some semblance of respectful behavior. And it's got to be respectful on the other end as well. Because you can't just like ignore the kids, treat them like that. Oh, I'm here to see your mama, and that's and that's it. Like you have to acknowledge and respect them as well. So, but if the woman doesn't want to,
we've actually had conflict over this before, And I will say, I think it's a tricky relationship when you're a step parent.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, like, there's some stuff, like if my non-biological kids get a little testy with me, I address them and I handle them differently because I am their step parent. You know what I mean? And we're still growing in that. Like, we're still growing in that relationship. I could, like, if Devin gets testy with me, I've been her mama for almost 18 years. She already knows the get down. You know what I mean? And also the kids are in a different situation. They have a different perspective. They haven't had that room in their relationship to grow all of the way. Like, I didn't nurse them and birth them from birth. So I am a person to be respected and honored, but I'm also stepmom. You know what I mean? I can't be over here smacking them on the butt or anything. Not that I do that to Devin, but still, like, you can't do that because I feel like your relationship is tricky. Like, you should still discipline them, but you can't be the disciplinarian. Like, I would prefer personally if the kids disrespected me ever, that you address that.
For sure. I 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would address it if Devin did it. More so. Not that you can't address it yourself, but I would definitely address it differently.
Yeah, and so I think that the mom has to be open to some sort of, I mean, because I would imagine that when you're a single parent, so when it was just me and the boys, and Peyton half the time and all that, right?
Right.
and it was just me. You don't have another voice.
Right.
That could actually present something a better way. Sometimes not always a better way, but sometimes a better way to think about things, look at things, or handle the kids in any sort of way. And you know, so it's like that. That's why you have a mom and a dad, or two people in a relationship,
right, that
can bounce ideas off of each other, and you come up with good ideas sometimes because people look at things differently.
Right.
And so to X out another voice that could actually give you some positive or some different feedback / advice, I think it's foolish.
That's good. I'm glad this 3 years of marriage.
What are you talking about? I listen
your
to
mind
you.
About stuff.
I listen to you. I listen to you.
It just takes you like 6 months.
The last thing we got up today is Black Panther. Black Panther is causing people to go crazy, as we can see from the picture here. People are going crazy, naming their kids Wakandria T'Challa Jenkins.
Wakandria.
That's a made-up name.
What's the name of the place
Wakanda.
again? Wakanda.
And
so they didn't even use Wakanda. They said Wakandria.
Yeah, they changed it the way it fits a girl. It's Wakanda.
Wakanda would fit a girl.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess. So, but the thing is I'm like, name your kids something that they can be proud of.
A lot of them Harry Potter buffs and Star Wars buffs, they name their kids crazy stuff too. It's not just black folks. I don't want it to be like black folks are the one that do this. A lot of folks do it.
Okay, but whoever's doing
like,
it,
I named it after Pride and Prejudice or something like that.
It doesn't, but they'll have like a name like Pride. They'll have a name like.
No, it'll be like Emma. Like, it'll be.
That's a normal name. So the point is, like, you don't have to name your kid Billy or Johnny or Susie or anything, waspy. You just have to name your kid something that they can be proud of and something that they can get a job with.
So you can't give them any like ethnically based name?
Yeah, of course. As long as it's actually a real name that has like, it's like powerful or has meaning. Like, don't just make up stuff to be like, oh yeah, name my kid.
Gwyneth Paltrow named her kid Apple. That's a normal word, but it's a made up name.
Listen.
Is that a white privilege thing?
Yes, definitely a white privilege thing.
Black kids can't get named Apple.
Do you realize how much fun do you realize how much like bullying that you're opening your kid up to, naming your black kid Apple? I mean, it's like Michael Jackson's kid named Blanket.
Yeah.
Blanket?
But he's like, but I'm Michael Jackson's kid though.
Exactly, but everybody ain't Michael Jackson,
right?
I mean, damn. I mean, if you Kanye, you can, and Kim, you can name your kid Chicago, but I'm not in on that.
I kind of like unusual names. I like unusual names. But Wakandria T'Challa Jenkins, like, well, we don't know.
How you gonna get a job with that name?
I'll tell you what, I know you're not gonna get a job because I couldn't get a job with Denisha. And so I had to go by my middle name, which is Danielle. And I'm telling you, Wakandria, you're gonna have a tough time. And your middle name's not even gonna help you on that one.
T'Challa. And the cold part is, I mean, I
know
that
that's terrible that this is the state of our society.
It shouldn't be like that out in the world, but we prejudge people based upon either what they wear on some level or their name or anything. Because if you see a name on a resume, people make preconceived notions that they make judgments, even though they shouldn't, about these things. So if you see the name Wakandria on a paper, or you see the name like Blanket on a paper.
Babe, you know that every single subject that you posted this video with is not on this video?
This is stupid. I'm so pissed off about this. Nah, man, because I worked so hard to get it correct. And then
you're growing. We had graphics. That's high quality production there. We had graphics. So can you change it? Maybe you'll change it.
I'll try to change it after. But anyways, you guys are watching Unafraid Show. Reister or Wrong. George Reister. Denisha Danielle here. I'll get the stuff right. I mean, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I'm so pissed off because I've worked to get it right. Like I put it in there correctly. Look at this. Watch this. I promise you it's in here correctly.
Well, baby,
Oh, it fell off. What the hell?
Yeah, honey.
Oh my God, I'm so upset. No, I put it in and then I double checked it. Oh. Jeez Louise. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us today. Unafraid Show, Right or Wrong.
Maybe we'll have the right subjects next time.
Yeah, peace out.